Why, hello everyone, it is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Vivi, OMI, a GrumpyCat, and 4chan update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member, there's lots of perks. Also, wraithx.eth domain name. So, we'll start off with, I guess we'll start off with 4chan, because for the longest time, love that song, comment down below if you get the reference. For the longest time, I've had said that GrumpyCat will probably go up and go on exchanges and do X, Y, and Z before 4chan. So, I put about $7,000 into GrumpyCat. A little less now, and even though GrumpyCat for the 5th day in a row has outperformed OMI as far as volume, and I think at least half on the how much it's up or down each day. 4chan just had a really good night last night. Somebody had donated about 5 ETH, a little over $10,000, because they donated like 5.5 ETH, so a little over $10,000 to their war chest. What does that mean? That means now out of I think they had like $2,000 raised already. Now they have another $10,000 on top of that, in order to go and say, oh, hey, we can try to use this for liquidity so we can get on exchanges, or just put on exchange for as a listing fee, whatever it is. They have both of these tokens have a really good community, both GrumpyCat and 4chan token. I may have made a mistake, and maybe 4chan goes up first. I don't know. Again, I have money in both, but I am a little more heavy in GrumpyCat. The idea was to take a little bit out of GrumpyCat as it goes up, slow but steadily. $30 million, $50 million market cap, and then divest into OMI and into 4chan. But it seems that both of them could possibly go up in conjunction, congruently with each other. We're not sure yet. Again, anything's possible. The two did, the whole crypto market took a hit with the SEC saying that it's going to sue Binance, and it's going to sue Coinbase. And again, more on that in a little bit. I went live on that yesterday. But what I did want to go over is OMI right now having not too good of a day. Again, the whole market, is not exactly doing well, but they are in the top 200, number 181. So they are feeling okay. They had a little over 600,000, 656,000 in volume today. Is down 5%, but even with OMI being down 5%, it is still at 0006. It has not gone below 0055, I think in like years. So that does seem to be a nice support line. Again, you had a bunch of people drawing invisible lines on a chart saying that it could go down to 0004 or below. Does it? I don't know. I guess it depends how bad the SEC filing is. We shall see. But I will say that with the SEC trying to claim that Cardano and BNB and Axes and Decentraland's Mana and Sandbox's Sand saying that they're all securities, which of course I think is BS. If OMI was on all these exchanges, if OMI did have it was on the spotlight, it could have very well gone on and have been listed as a security with all of these other companies. Now, obviously, because they're not, they've done a very good job in separating themselves now from where they were. I don't think, even when they do get on exchanges, US, whatever, I don't think they would ever be considered as a security, again, because they're not. Granted, these other tokens are not securities either, but you have the feckless people at the SEC, no idea what they're doing, trying to stay relevant, just trying to make these claims. Again, they've never won a meaningful case. I don't think they'll win this one. I doubt this. I'm pretty sure Coinbase and Binance are just going to roll over them, make SEC fold, but we shall see. A couple of things we got to go over, one of which is this one whale had messaged me yesterday saying, oh, hey, Chavez, Amazing Spider-Man 4, right? Oh, yeah, first appearance of Silk. Well, guess what I got? And this person has 557 of those, and I was like, oh my God, that's a lot. Granted, they are less than $4 each, but still, that is still a lot for any one thing. I did have somebody message me yesterday with a little bit of, they had some questions, and they also had a little bit of their own research. I'll give my opinions on that. So the questions, he said, it would be very helpful to think deeply about who is the Vivi target demographic. Is it men 35 to 45? Because we can back up and practically call who's going to buy what from their childhood. Why, for example, is Miles better than Peter Parker Spidey today, and who is coming to collect what and why? I think anime and manga will be one of the biggest plays on here when it arrives. This is our current research focus, but would be good topic to poke at. Appreciate you. Thank you. And here's some of the stuff that they had mentioned after. Saying, Age. The majority of digital collectible buyers are between the ages of 25 and 44. I can attest from this myself. I'll go over my YouTube analytics right now and I'll show you what they say. And they're correct. On my analytics, there is 76.5% of my viewers are between the ages of 25 and 44. Now, granted, 17.4% are between 45 and 54, and all of my viewers are, 99.1% male. I think I did have this down to like 95%. There was a little more females, and then and then they all just left. They're like, nah, fam, ain't about it. So as you do have this, they're right. There obviously are a healthy amount of people between the ages of 45 and 54 that do watch me, but the majority is between that 25 and 44 range. Gender, he says men are more likely to buy digital collectibles than women. Yep. Income, digital collectible buyers do tend to have higher incomes than the general population. The people that are going hard on this, yeah, I mean, if you're, working paycheck to paycheck and you only have like an extra couple hundred a month, you're probably not going to be buying digital collectibles. However, I will say this. A lot of people, especially people with addictive personalities like myself, can't help themselves. A buddy of mine had a sign business where they just go in and, oh, hey, can you make a sign for a birthday, graduation sign? I've seen countless people go in and be like, oh, how much for this sign? Like $300, whatever it is. Okay, can I pay $150 now? And then the rest of it when I get paid, it's like, lady, if you don't have $300 to your name, do not spend your only money on a sign that is going to be looked over and thrown out 2 weeks later. That's freaking stupid. Sorry. That being said, there are people like that, like myself. I am scrambling to try to make, this big purchase, which one of them will happen, the other one may or may not happen. And it's like, okay, get paid each week from work. Whatever I get paid is going to go into this. So I do that as well. But so when he says, oh, most of the people that do collect are of higher, they make higher income, that is partially true, right? But I do think they are going and they are forgetting the people that, oh, hey, even though they can't spend thousands of dollars on, let's say, like a partner statue or a gold and silver Vivi logo, something like that, they could still go and they can get some mighties. They could still go and they can get, and again, saving a couple $100s each month, eventually you could be able to get a partner statue. You get a partner statue within a year, unless the prices real super duper rise, which, they very well can at any moment. Any moment, anytime Disney could be like, yeah, go download the Vivi app, and then it's over. And then those things go to the moon. Anyway, education. Digital collectible buyers are more likely to have college degrees than the general population. I don't know where they got this statistic from, but thinking about it though, yeah, all of the whales that I know, they're all extraordinarily intelligent. They're all college educated. I'm like the one dumb I'm like the one dumb mother flapper that has no formal education. But everyone else is extraordinarily successful. Again, the whales that I converse with. Location. Digital collectible buyers are more likely to live in urban areas than rural areas. A lot of it is going to be on the coasts. A lot of it is going to be where big cities are. It's going to be in New York. It's going to be Austin. It's going to be Chicago. It's going to be a bunch of places in California. They're absolutely correct. Again, that's where tech is. That's where innovation is. A lot of people in Middle America would laugh at you if you down in Abbeville, Louisiana, down in even in parts of like Ohio, be like Sandusky, the Toledo area. I mean, you go to like Dublin, Ohio. Yeah, they're pretty techie there, and it's a rich area. But in other parts of Ohio, yeah, they would be like, what are you doing? They'd be like, Carrie's mom. They're all going to laugh at you. Comment down below if you get that reference. Please, somebody get that. Interest. Digital collectible buyers are more likely to be interested in technology, gaming, and art. Agreed. Here are some additional insights into the demographic of digital collectible buyers. They are early adopters. Digital collectible buyers are more likely to be early adopters of new technologies. They are willing to experiment with new products and services, and they are often the first to buy into new trends. Agreed. They are passionate about their hobbies. Digital collectible buyers are passionate about their hobbies. They are willing to spend time and money on their hobbies. They are often willing to collect rare or unique items. They are social digital collectible buyers, social creatures. They enjoy sharing their passion for collecting with others, and they often participate in online forums and communities. They are social. Digital collectible buyers are passionate for collecting with others, and they often participate in online forums and communities. So, yeah, take a look at the Vivi fam. They are clamoring. They are going and saying, hey, Vivi, what in-person events are you going to? They don't want to make travel plans. Like, a lot of times, for some of these Vivi people, this is their vacation. It's, hey, where are you guys going? Because I want to be there. The Designer Con that they're going to go to in December is going to be right around Christmas, so I feel like not a ton of people are going to go to that. But it's going to be around my birthday, so we're going to party. Everyone squat up. They still haven't technically confirmed New York or San Diego Comic-Con, even though I'm pretty sure they're going to be there, but they have not officially confirmed yet, so don't take my word for it. Alex has said that they are working on it, though. They want to go out. They want to be where the people are. You know, to quote Little Mermaid, they want to party. They want to have fun. And this is just the beginning. The demographics of digital collectible buyers are constantly evolving. As the market for digital collectibles grows, it is likely that we will see even more diversity in the types of people who buy and collect these items. Again, right now, it's really not a... In the future, it won't be a risk to buy digital collectibles. Everyone will be doing it. Right now, it's a little bit of a risk, and we're all here early, and we're all eagerly waiting for the others to come. And they will come. Okay, the SEC in 2023 said Coinbase is illegally operating as an unregistered broker, but also the SEC in 2021. They allowed the Coinbase IPO, and also the US government in 2019 using Coinbase to sell their Bitcoin. The hypocrisy is redonkulous. Again, I don't see that going anywhere. Moving on, Vivi Feed had said the weekly Vivi update on 29 May through June 4th. The total gem purchases was $968,000. The unique owners was 651,000 unique owners, an additional 185. So you have a couple people coming on board. Secondary market sales were up 30% to 55,708. The collectible sales were up 66% to 30,000, and the comic sales were up 5% to 18.2 thousand. So yeah, Vivi's really dead with grossing $1 million in a week again, like they tend to often do. Walter Bloomberg, who has 655,000 subscribers over on the followers on the Twitter, says the U.S. SEC files motion for restraining order to freeze Binance U.S. assets. It is a court filing. Said it before, I'll say it again. Get your stuff off exchanges. Put it in self-custody. The government is literally trying to steal from. They're literally trying to rob you. Please get your stuff off exchanges. Trust Wallet, Ledger, Trezor, take your pick. But do not leave your stuff on exchanges, please. All right, here's a good reason why I like digital collectibles, or I like collectibles in general of fictional characters. Because at its peak, the 2007 Topps Chrome Kevin Durant PSA 10 rookie card sold for over $11,000. Today, it's worth about $1,200. The collection that the Collectibles Guru had posted in a photo was once worth over $600,000. Today, it's worth about $60,000. With people, again, there is risk because they continue on in their careers. They could have horrible careers towards the end, as a lot of people do when they get older, slower, tools get different. People in general are flawed, and they can make mistakes. And sometimes the mistakes are little, and sometimes they're big. Sometimes they really heck up, and sometimes they really go and they could do something that ruins their life, ruins other people's lives. And Charizard is not going to go and get accused of assault and battery. Pikachu's not going to end up in get filed in a lawsuit for sexual harassment. For our collectibles, Superman is not going to get accused of taking steroids. Batman is not going to get accused of gambling. This is just not going to happen with anything fictional. Fictional characters is just not going to happen. That's why I never really got into a lot of the sports stuff. Anything can happen. Highly speculative. I don't know if you noticed, but this morning, when you went to buy the Hulk or the Maestro Hulk version of the Hulk, normally you see a collectible and it's covered with a blue blanket, as in they're teasing it. You don't see it yet. But then this morning you go and you say oh, hey, it's dropping soon. You get to see it beforehand, which I think is pretty cool. Sergio Rodriguez says Vivi is now showing a preview of the collectible on purchase screen prior to the drop. I really like that. Just something I enjoy. My new Vivi whale that I advise went a little crazy this morning on the Hulks. He got two. Well, he bought one from the wait list, random mint, and then he happened to also buy afterwards a Sub 100, he got number 73. Before I go on to my next kind of rant, I'll show you, I don't even think I have. Yes, he bought number 46 Ultra Rare She-Hulk and a number 60 Secret Rare She-Hulk. He's all hulked up. He has another Hulk. He's raring to go. He's about to get this bread. I will say this, sub 100s, you know, we all talk about things that are super scarce. We all talk about things that are rare, things that are hard to get. It doesn't matter what collectible you have. They're all going to have numbers 41 through 99. There's only going to be 59 two-digit mints of them. Now, maybe there could be slightly more, because you have had Marvel in the past go with Red Skull and say, here's number 40 and here's number 39, which is fine. That wasn't Vivi, that was Marvel. Maybe some things like that can happen in the future. However, I will say that 99.9% of these collectibles, that will not happen with. And sometimes you have people that want the best of the best. I've seen it in Pokemon, where people that do not like Pokemon, they come in from collecting baseball cards, they come in from collecting World War II memorabilia, and they just say like, hey, you're in this, get me the best of the best, get me the top of the top. And they come in spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, they get their stuff and they leave. Never to be seen again. Guarantee you that happens with this. And what's some of the best of the best? I mean, I think the 41 partner statue. I think, you know, the number, what was the original Todd? Is that number 17, 15, something like that? Just some things that are just grails that just will never come up in. They'll just never have an equal. The 41 gold and silver logo. Maybe, I mean, if there's any collectible that Vivi probably should go and release the sub 41s on, it probably would be that gold and silver one, just because that is their IP. You know, they yeah, sure, they held that back. I'm not sure what that's going to be for, but yeah, that's talking against my own investment there. And on top of that, I will say this: even if you think you're not taking a risk, you're taking a risk. It's like, okay, well, if I do this, that's a risk. Okay, well, if you don't do that, that's also a risk as well. If you're thinking, and this is not financial advice, I'm just laying this out here. If you think, oh, I want this sub 100 of this, but there's a risk that if I buy it, suddenly and a really good IP comes out, let's say they come out with Yoda. Let's say you want like a sub 100 Yoda lightsaber, and let's say it's like $800, and you're just like, I really want this because there's only going to be 59 sub 100s, you know, ever for public sale. He says, but if I get it, and then let's say you have another cool collectible come out, and people want to sell and floor their sub 100 Yoda lightsabers in order to get this new collectible. He's like, well, it could the price of this could go down. Okay, sure, you're not going to lose any money if you don't buy it. But the risk is you losing out on those potential gains. And I have a Yoda lightsaber. It's not a sub 100. I'm not trying to pump the bags on here. I'm just letting you guys know that even if you try to make the safe move of saving your money, if you don't bet, you're not going to lose anything, but you're not going to make anything either. Again, I'm just throwing that out there. CoinGraph says Robinhood may delist Solana, Polygon, and Cardano following the FCC's lawsuit against Binance Coinbase. That is according to Bloomberg. That is pretty heckin' wild. Again, if that does, I feel like that is just going to be temporary. Moving on here. Here's something that I think would be really interesting to get on Vivi. Is it going to happen? I don't know. They haven't really mentioned sports in a while, so who knows? But Fabrizio Romano had gone on and who has 15.2 million followers, had said, breaking, Lionel Messi to Inter Miami. Here we go. The decision has been made. It'll be announced in the next few hours. Lionel Messi was offered, I think, 1.5 billion euro over 3 years to play. Like, freaking wild, man. And again, if you get some of these guys that have hundreds of millions of followers, all you need is a tweet. All you need is Instagram post. Hey, look what I got on Vivi. Everyone wants to be like their heroes. They will do the same thing. And yeah, I remember when who's the kid? Justin Bieber had posted a video on his Instagram where he had a bunch of PSA 9 Pokemon cards on his wall. Pokemon kind of pumped because everyone's like, yo, Justin Bieber has these. I want these. Same thing with Logan Paul. It happens. So yesterday, Silicone Secure had gone on and posted, "I've been waiting for this moment many years. Vivi fam rejoice, it has arrived." And he was talking about Apple and the whole headset. And then Vivi Digital Collectibles says, "Check your DMs." So I wonder if Silicone was onto something and Vivi's just like, "Hey, you win the prize." Who knows? We shall see. Also, I will say this. If you have something right now that, let's say, you bought for a couple $100 and it happens to be a mint that means something to someone and they're offering you a couple $1,000. And you say, like, okay, you have two options there. No, I think this could be worth more in the future, so I'm going to hold off till then, and you might very well be right. You could get that delayed gratification, not cash in now, wait till later, and you could get more money, especially in a bull market. That being said, that old saying, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. You have something, there's things that you could do with that money. If you bought something for X and you could sell it for Y up here, really not a bad idea to do that. You never went broke by taking a profit. Now, obviously, if depending on your financial situation, if you have a whole bunch of money stocked away and you don't really need those funds and you really enjoy it, cool, by all means, keep it. But just sometimes, every now and then, it might be good to lock in some profit. Just throwing that out there. I'll also say this. If you don't take what's offered right now, the best offer, while you have that power, other things will come out, finances can change, and you could go from a position to power to a position of weakness, and suddenly something that, let's say you were offered $5,000 for something, and then in 2 months, like, hey, I really need these funds. Hey, I'm looking to sell. You get desperate, and suddenly you wind up taking $2,000 for it. And it's not what you wanted to do. You feel really bad about it. Things just happen. Now, that being said, I have a couple photos to show y'all. Remember how over the past couple weeks, we've seen in the top 500 wallets, we've had people that, we could see the top 3 sellers and the top 3 buyers. And some people were asking me, like, Chavez, I've seen Clever Jerk in the top 3 sellers. Is he getting out of the project? What's he doing? Has he given up? There's always, anything Clever Jerk does is always for a reason. Yes, he was selling some of his things and was in the top 3 accounts that were selling over the past couple weeks. But it was for this amazing acquisition. This acquisition of the 501 Vaders, as in the 501st Legion, Vader's Fist. And this, I don't know how much it cost him. Now he has the 66 Vader, as in Execute Order 66, that whole set complete, which I think puts my number 43 Luke set to shame. Now he has a 501 Vader set. These two things combined, over 6 figures, in my opinion. And if you don't know Star Wars, like, I remember somebody the other day making a post saying, "Oh, I don't really know Star Wars, going to sell my Luke." That's fine. Not in the fandom, cool, you're not going to get it. This isn't for you. But for the people that love Star Wars, that's a one of one. Like, that can never be replicated. Like, you're not getting that. It's not like a Pokemon card. Oh, I can open a bunch of these boxes, grade them myself, and I can get one myself. You just can't do that here. Oh my God. And to top it all off, on top of that, he had also posted the 501 Lukes. I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. Oh my God. And he shout out MSIROVI for the deal. That is, yeah. That'd be something that's well into the 5 figures as well. For that. Again, just my opinion. I remember one time being on a video chat with Sleepin' Comics. Sleepin', check out the hat. And we were talking about Spider-Man. And I guess someone had put into question, like, all right, well, yeah, we know that Spider-Man's big, but, there's other heroes too. Like, how much do people really love Spider-Man? And Sleepin' was like, no, you don't understand. People go crazy for Spider-Man. And that is seared into my brain forever. And that being said, Star Wars fans will go crazy for many things Luke. Is he the favorite? I'd say Darth Vader is probably the favorite. There's a lot of characters. Some people really like Han. Some people really like Obi-Wan. A lot of people like Darth Maul, Thrawn, Ahsoka. But Luke is definitely in that top 5, of all time. Maybe even probably top 3. I know Yoda's in there. There's a whole bunch of people in there. Super, super, super special. Wow, this is a 24. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Vivi Digital Collectibles says, welcome to New Zealand, host to Vivi. For the first drop, these New Zealand 1989 pictorials represented a departure from the almost universal use of portrait designs of monarchs or presidents. 7 historical pieces drop in blind box waitlist Saturday, 3 June at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then David Yu writes a tweet saying, I've been collecting New Zealand stamps since 1993, and seeing this releasing onto Vivi has become one of the highlights of my career. Thank you. Vivi fams and the hardworking team here at Vivi, let's go, at NZ Post. That's really special. This is really special to David. I'm super happy for him. To have something that you just become a fan of, that you're just a fan of since you were a kid, 30 years ago, to suddenly, being shoulder to shoulder with them in business is just, that's really cool. So shout out to David for that. Anyway, guys, before this video gets way too long, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.